Okay, I want to welcome everybody on board tonight. My name is Jeff Evers. I'm the CEO of iClub Biz. Glad to have everybody on board tonight. And for those of you who don't know who we are, what we do, we're just a group of individuals who are cooperatively working together to create a better life through buying power. And I don't want to ask everybody a question. And I really want, again, the reason I want to ask this question is because I've had a lot of people ask me, how am I able to bring in so many people and have success in network marketing? And I kind of tell everybody, I keep the main thing the main thing. And so here's what I want you to think about. What would you get if you were making more money in a week than what you're making right now in a year? And I really want you to ponder that. I want you to think about that. No matter what it is on an annual basis, just think, what would change in your life? What would you be doing different? Where would you be going if all of a sudden that was coming in on a weekly basis? First question that I like to ask people is, how fast would you get out of debt? How many weeks would it take you to be debt free? How many months would it take before you would have your savings account built up, your investment account built up, where you would feel comfortable and confident that you had a retirement path that you would feel no worries? What kind of toys would you get? Would you be on a vacation in the month? Would you get a new car? In fact, Lynn and I were just out looking at some new Audis, and of course, I looked at a Spider, which is a $170,000 car. Would that be kind of a sports car? Would you get yourself a Ford Raptor? Would you get a custom van? Would you get a boat? What would you do if you had more money coming in a week than's coming in a month? And anybody that thinks that is fluff, here's what happens. When the going gets tough, here's what you end up focusing on. What you focus on. And if you're focused on your problems, you're focusing on things that ain't working, then you end up quitting. And the reason you end up quitting is because you're drawn towards your dominant thoughts. And if your dominant thought are your problems, then you keep manifesting your problems. But if you have a dream that you can focus on, so when the going gets rough and all of a sudden you don't know a pathway out from where you're at, then the only thing I would recommend you do is stay focused on your dream. And when you focus on your dream, then all of a sudden ideas come to you and a pathway comes for attainment. So the first thing that I want everybody to think about is, what would you do? What would you get if all of a sudden you were making more money in a week than you're making in a year? Now, where's this money going to come from? And this is what's so simple. What we do is we build an end user link system. I've had people ask me, Jeff, what do you do for a living? I tell people I'm an outlet organizer for an end user link system. That's what I do. I organize end user link systems. That's what I do. I organize the consumers digitally, and then we plug them into manufacturers, formulators, and vendors. And then we take the cost savings that's created through this bypass, and we just divide it up amongst the members who are part of our team. And if you think about normal business, a product that costs $5 to manufacture, by the time you figure what the brand maintenance is, and you figure out what the sales reps make, the broker makes, the wholesaler makes, the retailer makes, it ends up retailing about $25 at the store for a non-promotional product. So all we're doing is we're taking the same product that costs $5 to make, and still retails for $25, but instead of that $20 being divided up amongst the reps, the brokers, the wholesalers, and the retailers, and branding it, it's coming to us. That's where the money comes from. Now, if you look at the math of our plan, okay, and again, this is just based on the math of our comp plan, and if every person just purchases $25 per month of something, okay, based upon that, okay, you'll put about $2 in your pocket for everybody who you have in your end user link team. So you can do the calculations on this. So just go back and figure out, what do you want, and how much was it, and figure out how much you need a month. Well, whatever that monthly amount is, divide that by $2, and that tells you how many people you need on your team. And again, this is how I build my business. This is what I do with people. And I'll walk them through this. And I said, okay, now here's the deal I'll make with you. I'll take my time, my money, my resources, and my expertise to help you build that team so you can get your dreams, provided you do three things. Provided you follow the pattern that I put together. And the pattern is really simply this. We do database acquisition. We use an automated marketing system that does the invitations, that does the presentations, it sifts, it sorts, it starts. Okay, and all you really have to do is talk to the people that join to find out, hey, are you a consumer? Are you a buyer? Are you a producer? So you follow that pattern. You plug into our system, and our system is every Tuesday night I do a live broadcast like this. You'll plug into this live broadcast. And the third thing is you spend $25 a month on our iWebA tool. And the iWebA tool is actually the pattern that if you look at the pattern we follow, the database acquisition and the automated invitations and the sifting, sorting, and starting, that is all run with the iWebA tool system. So I'll take my time, my money, my resources, my expertise to help you build that number that you need to get get your dreams. If you follow the pattern, plug in the system, and commit to do $25 a month. And if somebody can't say yes to that question, then it is over. But if they say, well, yeah, I'm willing to do that, then here's the first thing we got to do. Okay, we strive for 5. Now, this is probably a little bit different than what most people understand about network marketing. Okay, the first goal that I have is to get you 5 deep. I want to get you 5 deep just as fast as we can. Now, everybody, they realize everybody that we're talking about in this depth chart, they have said yes. They'll follow the pattern. They'll plug into the system, and they'll spend $25 a month on iWebitool. But all the 5 people actually say yes, they're going to do it. Here's what you got to realize: not all 5 of them will. One of them will actually do it. One of them, they're ready to rock and roll right now. They'll follow the pattern, plug the system. They'll do the $25 a month. They'll rock and roll right from the get-go. One of them, they'll do it, but just a little bit later. They got a few things they got to take care of. And 2 of them will do it, but they want to watch for a while. And then one of them says they'll do it, but they never really do. Okay? So here's my first goal: is I want to get you 5 deep just as fast as I possibly can. And then here's what happens. After I get you 5 deep, we know we got one of those people who are duplicating. So we'll start to see some duplication after we get you 5 deep. So by the time you're 10 deep, okay, and again, this is where you and I partner. We work together driving that leg down. By the time we got that leg 10 deep, we got 15 people in your end user link system in that one leg. Now, and here's the craziness about understanding this pattern. If you follow that same pattern exactly how this is flowing, by the time you've got that leg 30 deep, you got 1,500 active people in your organization. You got 1,500 people that are popping in at about $2 a month. You can do the math on that, okay? You can figure out exactly how much money you're making. And then if you think that's nuts, watch this. Again, let's roll back up here. Look at this. When you're 10 deep, okay, you got a total of 15 people in your group. By the time you got it 30 deep, you got a total of 1,500 in your group. By the time it's 40 deep, guys, look at the math on this. This is the part that most people, they can't even comprehend. But by the time you got that baby 40 deep, you've got over 15,000 people in your organization. That's 15,000 people, and you can do the math at $2 a pop. Okay, that's $30,000 a month. That's just with one leg. What if you do 3 legs? Again, this is not a guarantee of income. This is just an example of math based upon the concept of building depth. And everybody spending $25 a month, and you're making $2 on everybody that's in your network. Okay. So what I do is I take my time, my money, my resources, my expertise. I go to work to help you put the numbers in to get your dream. As long as you follow the pattern, plug in a system, and spend $25 a month on iWebitool. Now, here's what you want to do. Okay, if you're not hooked up with this, you need to get back with the person who referred you to this presentation so you can lock in your spot. So you can go ahead and spend your $25 a month on iWebitool. Now, if you'll join tonight, here's what we'll do. I'll also give you a membership in our travel club for free. This is not a smoke and mirrors travel club. I am the seller of travel. I'm a host agency. We've got thousands and thousands of people that book their travel through us. I set you up as a personal travel agent, give you travel agent booking engines. So you book your travel at travel agency rates, and whatever commissions that I get as a host agency, I rebate 2/3 of that back to you in cash, and the other third I pay out through the team. And so if you join today for $25, this is what you're going to get. So go back with the person who referred you, and get your questions answered, get in and lock yourself a spot. You'll be glad you did.